Peace be to you all. Assalamu alaikum. Omar here. I thought today I would talk about some issues in the mass media that are very prevalent now, and take it from a perspective as a runner. I'm a runner, a clinician, and an educator, but I just got through doing my 5K for Wednesday. So I live in Washington D.C. It could get fairly congested at times on the sidewalk and even in the street, even on the trails, depending on what time of day I'm running. And given that, you're going to come into contact with more people. The sidewalks may be crowded, as well as the streets and even the trails. Maybe one of those people may be an extra aggressive, extra abrasive person. So with running etiquette, sometimes we'll say if you're catching up to a person, you know you're going to pass them, you may say passing on your left or passing on your right. If it is an older person, you might let them pass a narrow passageway before you, if it's on a trail or a sidewalk. Or if it's somebody, with a baby stroller or something, sometimes I'll step aside, or they may step aside for me. However, every once in a while, I may get some very aggressive person, usually a guy, sometimes a brother, and it may be a potential argument or even fight. I've tried to avoid this, and I say that in reference to this case with this guy that killed a bunch of people with his car, Darrell Brooks, I believe his name is. I think they had the closing arguments yesterday and finally gave him his sentence, his well-deserved sentence. But he killed 6 people with his car. The guy chose to represent himself in court, and there's a saying that he who has himself as an attorney has a fool for a lawyer. But he represented himself. Excuse me, I sweat here. So he's being very belligerent throughout the case with constant objections. Objection. No, it's like this. You feel me? Challenging the judge. God bless the judge, because she showed extreme patience. Even the security guards and police and prosecuting attorneys showed incredible patience, because there was one instance where he was pounding his fist on his desk and was staring at her. In the streets, we call that mean mugging, where you're looking at somebody like, I might do something to you. So she showed a lot of professionalism. And I saw in the comments section, people were really chiding her, like, oh, she should just, throw him in jail and throw away the key, and she should shut him down, and the security guard should just beat him up. You can't do that in a court of law. And even in society, it turns out that if you put your hands on somebody and attack them, you will go to jail. You may even have to defend yourself in court, even if it's not your fault, even if you're defending yourself. So you got to be patient with people who are very aggressive. It doesn't mean that you don't defend yourself, but on my runs, I've been running in DC for almost 30 years now. I've come into contact with people. Maybe I'll pass. I used to live in a kind of rough area of DC, and I would run at night or early in the morning, so it was dark. So if I'm coming behind somebody, I try to give them wide breath. But there was one guy who was like, I startled him, even though I was trying to make noise and be like, I'm passing. He tries to, what the F you doing, nigga? You a shot like that, running like that. Nigga, what you gonna do, cuh? Doing his like real nigga gangster talk. So I was like, all right, good grief, man. I tried to let you know I was passing. I apologize. I ignored him. I kind of waved and just kept running. I didn't want to engage in this guy. The chances of us having a gun might have been great, and it just wasn't worth getting in an argument with him. And I've had a couple of instances like that. Maybe I'll accidentally not look where I'm going, so it is my fault, and Maybe I'll run in front of a car and these two brothers were in the car and they're like, "What the hell you doing, nigga?" I was in the crosswalk, but they were going pretty fast. It's like, "Yo, my bad, bro, my bad, bro." And it's my code switching, and just kept running. So you just gotta don't be afraid of aggressive and abrasive people, but also call yourself to account and just try to avoid an unnecessary altercation, I guess is what I'm saying. But it's been very interesting to watch this case with this guy, Darrell Brooks. I probably shouldn't even say his name. I'm tired of these mass murderers getting publicity in the media. And they'll be in history books and books of law and things like that. So they'll be more famous than most of us. But that's it for now, guys. Just be wary. Try to avoid. There's this poem called Desiderata. It's probably not a poem, but maybe a soliloquy or something like that. But it says, avoid loud and aggressive persons, for they are vexations to the soul. And then try as much without surrender to be on good terms with people. And I've found in my life, I'm 54 now, just avoiding ignorant people, and some of the people have got mental health disorders, but in this society now you can almost literally get away with murder, unfortunately, in some cases, or even assault and battery. So you gotta, if you are a relatively sane-minded person and somebody who just doesn't go around looking for trouble, just try to avoid them if you can. And if you come in contact with them, just try to use your mental tai chi, I like to think about it, and just redirect their angst and go in a different direction. That's it for now. I wish you guys happy, healthy running. It's a great time of year to run. It's fall. It's unseasonably warm here in DC. I think it's 60 and it's early in the morning. Anyway, I wish you guys the best of success in your positive endeavors. Subscribe if you want. I don't call this a real YouTube channel. It's a humble vlog that I've kept going for about 8 years now. All right, take care. Peace.